Shop local, dine local, listen local, love local. Small businesses in the Algoma area have been a huge part of our community. Now is the time to show our support for them. From local markets to retail stores, music venues, and restaurants, small businesses make up the backbone of our community. So go on, embrace all they have to offer by shopping, dining, listening, and loving local. Visit ssmcoc.com to learn more or to join the Chamber today. First Local, supported by Maker North, 3D printing, laser cutting, 3D design, education, prototyping, and more. Maker North, whatever it takes.
We all know that 705 Sports loves to take questions from the community, and we're looking to go one step further. Send in your video question and it will be used on the show. Dan and I will break down your question and answer it the best to our ability so you can really feel you're a part of the 705 Sports community. 705 Sports airs every Friday at noon on TV and Sioux Online's Facebook page, plus our video on demand service at SiouxOnline.com.
Shop local, dine local, listen local, love local. Small businesses in the Algoma area have been a huge part of our community. Now is the time to show our support for them. From local markets to retail stores, music venues, and restaurants, small businesses make up the backbone of our community. So go on, embrace all they have to offer by shopping, dining, listening, and loving local. Visit ssmcoc.com to learn more or to join the Chamber today. Superior Adult Learning provides free one-on-one support to help you reach your goals. Improve your reading, writing, and math skills, become more independent, and increase your employability. Visit www.superioral.ca to get started now.
École publique Éco des Rapides, a place where your child can learn, grow, and be happy. Discover why more and more families are choosing École publique Éco des Rapides for their child. Register your child January 17th to the 21st at epedr.cspgno.ca. Parce que je vois grand.
Well, good morning. And here it is Thursday, January the 6th, minus 15 this morning.
It's actually minus 17 at the moment.
Okay, well.
So it's cooled down a little bit since the last time
Well,
you
thank
checked.
goodness
but
it was practically
yes,
tropical.
we like cold weather. Big day today. It's the anniversary, of course, of the peaceful protests, also known as the insurrection. Let's roll that footage, Mike. Let's see how peaceful this was. Oh, let's go. There we go. There we go. So a lot of things have been happening. I don't know if you've been watching what's been going on with the committee and whatnot.
Well, you've been keeping me up to date.
But yesterday, Attorney General Merrick Garland made a press conference. First time he's spoken on this. This is the Attorney General, of course. And he has pretty much summed it up. They're going after everybody. They're going from the bottom to the top, and that's how they're going to present their case. And so a lot of people are sweating right now in the Republican Party because, a lot of them were actually involved in the whole organization of the insurrection, not just Trump. And of course, they're going to go after Trump too. So a lot of fun things are going to be happening over the next couple of weeks, couple of months. Stay tuned for that.
Well, don't want to be called on your trash. Don't be trashy is kind of what I say, but all right. What else can I... Oh, do you still have your Christmas tree up?
I do not.
Oh, okay.
All the Christmas decorations are down.
Well, things are a little slow in my house. I'm going to blame it on the kids.
We have our Christmas tree up still on the set,
But a general reminder that residents of Sault Ste. Marie, you can actually bring your Christmas tree to the Cambrian Mall parking lot. Yeah, Clean North is doing their annual collection depot. And you have until this Saturday, January the 8th, also being collected at the depot are clean towels and blankets for the Humane Society, used books, magazines, CDs, DVDs for the Friends of the Library, and prescription medication bottles with lids. So this recycling program, actually, the Christmas tree recycling program, apparently has been going for 20 some years now. And its main goal is to keep the trees out of the landfill. So they will be chipping the trees early Sunday, January the 9th, starting at 8 a.m. Tree mulch then should be available free by donation at 10 a.m. So anyone wanting mulch should bring their own containers, which Clean North volunteers can help fill and load. Okay. We'll get into some news now. So there was a situation in Jamestown last night. We do have some footage from that. Dan sent it in. So police, fire, and ambulance all responded to a home in the west end of the city last night. This took place shortly before 10 p.m. Emergency services did arrive in the 600 block of Queen Street West. Sioux Online spoke with neighbors of the home about what had occurred. There were people fighting. And this is a quote, "There were people fighting. We could hear them over the television," said one neighbor. When the police arrived, a woman came out of the home yelling at them that someone had been shot. Another individual close to the scene said that he heard what sounded like fireworks going off just before the police arrived. Paramedics, firefighters were also on scene for a period of time, and the condition of the injured is unknown. We have contacted, of course, Sioux Police Services for comment, and we will provide that information once it does become available. The home in this time does remain taped off, while members from the Emergency Services Unit, patrol units, supervisors, and a detective could all be seen in the area last night. All right. So we... Previously, we had talked to you a little bit about there was a significant investment made in the community, and it was anonymous. We didn't know. We were having difficulty getting to the source of the generosity. So we did reach out to the city of Sault Ste. Marie to get some information around this, and we did run into some issues in accessing the information. So now the city of Sault Ste. Marie has reached out to us in response to the stories that we published about the retail investment that was made in our community, as well as addressing our attempts to obtain the name of the investor as well as the location as to where the investment was being allocated. Now, the stories we put out were intended to clarify how information gets disseminated in regards to building permit practices. It also sought answers specifically in reference to the request made by Sue Online, as well as the perception that the information we were requesting was not being put forward to us. However, other media outlets were able to access it. So review of the stories, and Dan has linked all of the stories, so all of this is available on the website, of course. We were told that in order to get to that information, we would have to file a Freedom of Information request. Now, the City of Sault Ste. Marie Communications Manager Tessa Vecchio did reach out to us late last week with an explanation from the Chief Building Official, Freddie Posabon, as he had investigated what had happened with regards to our request. So this is what the email indicates. With respect to your articles of December 22nd and the 29th, entitled City Refuses to Disclose Location of $15 million Investment and City Fails to Follow Policy, Share Information with Sue Online. Respectfully, I offer the following. The Building Division's past practice is to release permit statistics quarterly to interested parties or agencies who have asked to be on our mailing list. Sue Today is on that list, but Sue Online had not requested to be on the list and so was not included. Currently, we have added you to that list. Your inquiry flowed through staff to me while I was on vacation. As you were asking for a copy of the permit itself, you were advised that it could only be accessed through a Freedom of Information request. That is still accurate. I apologize for the confusion on this. For your information, the city will be reviewing the process, the format, and the frequency of releasing permit data to ensure information that can be disclosed without an FOI request is accessible to all interested parties. As in the past, please reach out to Tessa Vecchio if you have any questions regarding our statistics and/or any general questions regarding construction activities. So, very nice email addressing all of the concerns that were put forward, and we acknowledge and are appreciative of the city's willingness to respond in such a full manner and to review procedures in the hopes that this sort of confusion can be avoided moving forward. Sorry, Mike? Got about a minute. Okay. So we did post to our website yesterday an article with regards to an individual who had been arrested on the strength of a warrant from London, Ontario. This individual was one Dylan Jocko, and residents of Sault Ste. Marie will remember that name forever linked to the horrible tragedy surrounding Wesley Halem. It did happen on January 8th, 2011, that Wesley Halem was brutally killed after attending a party. There were three perpetrators: Ronald Mitchell, Eric Miro, and Dylan Jocko. They were arrested and after a preliminary hearing were committed to stand trial on charges of first-degree murder. After many years and a plea deal which did spark outrage in our city, the three were convicted of manslaughter. So, back to yesterday, Dylan Jocko, and there he is, was arrested in Sault Ste. Marie on a nationwide warrant for a litany of charges. Again, the warrant issued by London Police Services should mean the individual who is held for bail is taken back to London, Ontario to face the charges. Sue Online in this moment has not been able to confirm that whether or not he's been transported back to London, nor the result of his bail hearing. We did reach out to speak to Sandra Halem, who is Wesley Halem's mother, who provided this statement. I was told he was still in jail. I am relieved they put him back in. It goes to show how much of injustice there is to release dangerous offenders that have already committed murder, and they release them back into the community. They run free. I will never see my son again. My daughter never gets to see her brother, and his son, who is now 16, really never got to know his father. Not a day goes by that I don't think of him and what they did to him. They all got off because the five Crowns said they were intoxicated, but no proof because they weren't picked up until 3 days later. So obviously a grieving mother never recovers. And she still has difficulty understanding how the system dealt with the killing of her child and still has questions. So we will be following the case of Dylan Jocko through the legal system for the crimes he is accused of committing. Okay, so now we're going to go over to Craig to get a little bit of insight into the weather.
Thank you very much, Heidi, and I don't need to tell you that it's very, very chilly out. We're going to continue to see these chilly conditions at least for today and tomorrow before we start seeing some warming up. We didn't really see a lot of snow yesterday. We were looking for 5. We only got 3. You can see we just added a little bit to our snowpack. We're still well below our snowpack from this where we normally should be, thanks to this live shot of the St. Mary's River from Wireless Comm. Let's take a look at your 12-hour forecast for today. This is what your day is shaping up like. Temperatures right now at -16. You're going to want to start your car before you head out this morning. This afternoon we could pick up some light flurry activity, just mainly lake enhancement. Temperatures not warming up at all. -13, -16 for your evening, and then dropping down to -18, maybe even -20 overnight tonight. We're going to see those cold conditions continue, like I said, for at least 48 hours before we start seeing a little bit of a warm-up for the weekend. I'll give you all those details coming up. Heidi?
Yeah, it's going to be a chilly one. All right. I'm going to give everybody an opportunity to go and fill their cups. Hopefully you have more coffee available to you than I do. So go do that. Take a moment to listen to the words from our sponsors and come on back. Shop local, dine local, listen local, love local. Small businesses in the Algoma area have been a huge part of our community. Now is the time to show our support for them. From local markets to retail stores, music venues, and restaurants. Small businesses make up the backbone of our community. So go on, embrace all they have to offer by shopping, dining, listening, and loving local. Visit ssmcoc.com to learn more or to join the chamber today. First Local, supported by Maker North, 3D printing, laser cutting, 3D design, education, prototyping, and more. Maker North, whatever it takes. Superior Adult Learning provides free one-on-one support to help you reach your goals. Improve your reading, writing, and math skills, become more independent, and increase your employability. Visit www.superioral.ca to get started now.
École publique Éco des Rapides, a place where your child can learn, grow, and be happy. Discover why more and more families are choosing École publique Éco des Rapides for their child. Register your child January 17th to the 21st at epedr.cspgno.ca. Parce que je vois grand.
Welcome back to First Local Morning. A very frosty baby Friday is what we're experiencing Thursday, January the 6th. We're just going to rip through the COVID numbers. We'll just get that out of the way. So yesterday, Algoma Public Health did report 56 new cases of COVID-19, 47 from Sault Ste. Marie and area, 5 from Central and East Algoma, and 4 from Elliott Lake and area. So the number of active cases then has increased slightly. So we now sit at 616 active cases with 1,785 now considered to be resolved. The number of hospitalizations does remain static at 5, with one of those cases once again having been brought in from outside the Algoma Health Unit catch area. So then, provincially, Ontario did log 11,582 new cases yesterday, and the number of people in hospital with the illness topped 2,000. And of course, yesterday being the day that the stricter public health measures have been put in place. So the Ministry of Health says that there are 2,081 patients with COVID-19 in the hospital. This is up 726 from the same time last week. Similarly, 288 patients being treated for COVID-related illnesses in intensive care, which is up 190 from last Wednesday. And I'm not going to go through the specific breakdown. The majority of these cases, of course, are located in southern Ontario. So the Ministry of Health also recorded the deaths of 14 more people with the illness, pushing the province's official toll to 10,252. All right, done with that. Well, done-ish, because the next story sort of touches on it. So there are now a group of Ontario hospitals urging pregnant women to get vaccinated against COVID-19, citing a recent trend of infant hospitalizations due to the disease. So this is coming out of, this has to do with Toronto's Hospital for Sick Children, McMaster Children's Hospital, the Children's Hospital of Eastern Ontario, and Kingston Health Sciences Centre. They did make a joint statement on the issue. The group says that 6 babies younger than 12 months have been admitted to Hamilton and Ottawa facilities because of COVID-19 since the middle of December. They say all infants admitted to the Children's Hospital of Eastern Ontario in Ottawa had unvaccinated mothers. The group of hospitals say that infants' immune systems have difficulty fighting disease, especially without maternal antibodies transferred during pregnancy from vaccination. So their statement says that research out of the Ottawa Children's Hospital has shown no adverse pregnancy outcomes in Ontario from COVID-19 vaccines, but vaccination coverage has remained lower among pregnant people than the general population. Okay. Okay, so we're going to lighten it up a little bit. So annually, Lake Superior State University publishes a list of banished words. So words that are in danger of being, misused, they're overused, and leading to uselessness of the English language, which we cannot have. So the national and international reaction from the news media and the general public was so enthusiastic that when they first started doing this, it was just meant to be a little bit of fun, but, overwhelming support has indicated that it must continue. We have published the full release on our website, so you're welcome to go and read through that. But I will go through what has been banished. I will encourage you, if this is interesting to you, to go to the website, because not only does it tell you what's being banished, but it also gives you the rationale and the reasons why. So number 1, wait, what? Which is kind of like a catchphrase. People use that a lot in text or, on their social media platforms. No worries. I use no worries, and I'm not going to stop using no worries. So whatever, LSSU. Number 3, at the end of the day, banished. 4, that being said, also banished. Hang on. Just a minute, Mike, hang on. Number 5, asking for a friend. Now, I object to that one, because I think that's kind of funny when people say that, they ask like an outrageous question or something kind of saucy, and then they say, well, just asking for a friend, right? I think that's funny. Circle back, meh. Deep dive, meh. New normal. Now, they've included some of the terms that have become buzzwords, from this whole pandemic situation that we find ourselves in. So new normal, banished, which is good. I'm kind of getting sick of that one anyway. You're on mute. Of course, we're living in the age of virtual meetings now, right? And how many people start talking and they're on mute? I'd like to put you on mute, Mike. I got to be honest. I mean,
sassy are we?
I'm a little bit sassy. Yep, I can be. And supply chain, which, I don't really find that that's overused, but maybe it's just not overused in my circles. So, yeah, so there you go. We've got 10 banished words, catchphrases, with the rationale supporting it. So, yeah, go check that out. It's a worthy read anyway. So what are you counting down to? What? Craig's ready. Okay, over to Craig for some more frosty news.
Well, Heidi, definitely for sure we are seeing some of the coldest air so far this season. Temperatures right now around -17. We're not going to really warm up at all today. We'll take a look at the satellite shot and show you that we do have some cloud in the area. We could still see some light flurry activity just from lake enhancement. For the most part, though, the big story is the very cold temperatures and they're going to get even colder, of course, tonight. And stick around for our day tomorrow. We'll take a look at the radar and show you. We see some streamers on the south shore of the UP. Those are staying there. And again, we could see a little bit of lake enhancement just offshore flurries for today. No real major accumulation expected here in the Soo. We're just going to stick around with some cloud and some colder temperatures. Minus 13 for our high today. So we really don't have a lot of room to warm our temperatures. Minus 19 in Wawa, minus 21 for a high in Timmins. So they're definitely seeing some very cold temperatures up there. Imagine what it feels like at night in Timmins. Let's take a look at the systems map for today. And again, we can see the lake enhancement. So it's very light stuff. A lot of activity towards the south of the Great Lakes. And we are watching this monster coming in for Saturday. It's going to kind of make this approach. Looks like right now into Saturday afternoon, into Saturday night, and we could see some big accumulation from the storm system coming in. It's going to stick around for most of our weekend. But right now, let's take a look at your 3-day forecast for today. We hope to see a little bit of sun. We may see a little bit of flurry activity. Temperatures are going to be quite cold at minus 13. Throw in a little bit of wind. It's going to feel closer to minus 20. Minus 11 for your Friday. So we warm up a little bit. We're not going to see a lot of snow on Friday. It's a little, kind of a dull day. You might see a little bit of sun though. And then temperatures warm up on Saturday, but we also see those heavy snow showers come in for Saturday afternoon and Saturday night. And right now it looks around 5 to 10 centimeters. Could be a little more. We're going to add to that on Sunday. I'll give you the 7-day forecast coming right up. Heidi?
Wow, good news. Only 5 to 10 centimeters. That's great. We're going to take a break now, go back into the world of our sponsors. We've got Superior Adult Learning. We've got the school boards inviting you to register your children for kindergarten. So go fill your cup and come on back. Superior Adult Learning is looking for volunteers who want to make a difference in our community and help others reach their full potential. In only a few hours a week, you can help our learners achieve their goals and set them on a path towards a successful, independent future. Visit www.superioral.ca to get started now. Morning and welcome back to First Local Mornings. It is Thursday, January the 6th. Given that we're going to be seeing a little bit of snow, I find this rather timely. So the East Algoma Ontario Provincial Police reminding snowmobilers to ride safely for an enjoyable winter season. Acknowledging, of course, that snowmobiling is one of the joys of a Canadian winter, but not taking necessary precautions obviously can lend itself to tragedy. So speed, alcohol, drug consumption, riding on unsafe ice, losing control, and other poor decisions, unfortunately, still account for numerous injuries and or fatalities. These factors change very little from year to year. So they're indicating to everyone that no ice is considered to be safe ice. Underlying water currents or air pockets can create thin ice, even in the coldest temperatures. So snowmobilers, unfortunately, won't be able to see that until it's too late. So, you know, make smart choices, ride sober, slow down, avoid unfamiliar lakes and rivers whenever possible, use the prescribed snowmobile trails, and be extra cautious at night. So just a few tips. I have posted the article, the release in its entirety to our website, so a lot of really good tips. Go and take a look at that. The other thing I wanted to hit on today as well, before we get into social media and factoids, we've talked a lot about the housing market being very difficult to get into. So I wanted to make sure that we are making everybody aware that Habitat for Humanity is now accepting applications for their upcoming new Habitat home. So this, again, posted to the website. They are accepting applications from families interested in owning a fully accessible Habitat home, which will be located at 23 Blake Avenue, conveniently located near schools, shopping centers, grocery stores, public transportation routes. So to qualify, eligible homeowners must be in need of better housing. So whether you're dealing with housing that is poorly maintained, unhealthy, overcrowded, unaffordable rent, inaccessible housing for people living with disabilities, or you just have other shelter needs. You must be willing to partner with Habitat, so volunteer a minimum of 500 hours with Habitat, including volunteer hours spent building the home that you would potentially live in, or at the Habitat Restore. It also includes taking classes in personal finance, home maintenance, and other homeowner topics. And finally, you must be able to make affordable mortgage payments. Habitat homeowners buy their home at fair market value. Mortgage payments are made affordable because they do not exceed 30% of the gross household income, including property taxes, and the income is evaluated on a yearly basis. So the minimum gross household income for the Blake Avenue build is $51,000. So gross, of course, being before taxes. Okay. So everything is there for you on the website. If you meet those criteria, do go take a look. Okay, before we get into factoids and social media, I wanted to take a minute. One of our more consistent viewers, our loyal viewer, Kim Seabrook, did reach out to me last night. Her family is grieving the loss of their patriarch. Bert Seabrook did pass away. Bert was 97 years old and a very loving, generous, and kind person. He would have been 98 this month. He was very humble, very gracious, and of course has left behind a very robust and beautiful group of people to mourn his loss. So we send our sincere condolences to you and your family, Kim, and join you in celebrating the life of a remarkable man. Okay, I want to do a factoid here. I want to talk to you about Jimmy Carter. Well, I want to talk to you about Pepe Le Pew as well, but we might not get to that. So, on this day in 1969, future U.S. President Jimmy Carter sees a UFO. He would file a report of the incident in 1973 stating, "It was the darndest thing I've ever seen. It was big, it was very bright, it changed colors, and it was about the size of the moon. We watched it for 10 minutes, but none of us could figure out what it was. If I become president," this is what he said, "if I become president, I'll make every piece of information this country has about UFO sightings available to the public and the scientists."
Did he?
No, he did not.
Because I think that's all coming out now. I think
Well,
starting
you know,
to look at the UFOs.
there are some very, very interesting documentaries talking about, the various presidents that were going to do something about it. JFK, now this is, kind of verging on the whole conspiracy theory sort of situation, but apparently 10 days before he was assassinated, he was making moves to make it all available. I saw it on, I don't know, Netflix
like a
or
Twilight
something.
Zone episode.
I know. Okay, let's get into social media.
Okay.
What's that? No, I got Steve Childs. Okay, he says, oh no, he's going to break my brain this morning. Great. GMAWYAAHNY. So good morning, all. Wishing you all a happy new year. Yes, he's rocking the horns. They got the sun coming up between two huge tracts of land. Good. I like to start a day off feeling successful. So there you go. You didn't break my brain. Jim Whitty now says good morning. Good morning, Jim Whitty. Tony Mancuso says good morning, everyone. Happy Baby
Tony.
Friday. Hey, Tony. Bradley, good morning. Happy Baby Friday. Good morning, Bradley.
Jim Whitty. My umbrella broke in half today, which sucks, but it's okay because the weatherman said there's only a 50% chance of rain. Yes. Kimberly, good morning all. Good morning, Kim. Steph Swanson says good morning. Good morning, Steph. Joanne Burmaster says good morning. Good morning, Joanne. Enika, good morning all. Happy Baby Friday. Enika says good morning, Doug and Audrey. Good morning, Doug and Audrey. Joseph, have a wonderful day, everyone.
Great.
Yeah, Joseph
We
is
will.
great. He's awesome. Kathy Boren, I really feel like I'm massacring your name. Anyway, she's layering up today and she says good morning.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely do that.
Layers, layers,
One of those
layers.
days where you step outside and you don't feel it's that cold, and then 10 minutes later,
You're cold. I'm gonna get gloves, like my hands start to freeze,
Yeah.
you know. Okay, Jim Whitty, greeting Brad. Chris Bridges says good morning, have a wonderful day. Good morning, have a wonderful day yourself, Chris. Tori Nicole Below Henderson. You know, I missed your comment yesterday. She's gonna send us pictures of the castle. That's our viewer in Charlotte, because you said
okay.
you'd never seen it. It's
Yeah.
fantastic. Okay. Shouting out, good morning, Heidi, crew, friends, and family. Have a wonderful Thursday yourself as well, Tori. Steve Childs, sorry to hear, so sends his condolences to Kim. Emma Stafford says good morning. Hey, Emma Stafford, you're a new viewer. Thank you for commenting. She's talking to Pam Stafford. Kathy Boren says condolences, Kim and family. And Helene Savoy says good morning and have a wonderful day.
awesome.
Yeah, so nice round out there. You know, and I understand that, you know, we're already over. We still have to get to the 7-day. I'm trying to understand what happens when we go over.
Nothing.
Okay, all right. Well, I just wanted to know. Inquiring minds want to know. All right.
Okay, let's
7-day.
go to the 7-day then, if you want to. So we have another cold day tomorrow, -11. We should be, by the way, at around -6 for our daytime high. So we're slightly below. We're going to get up to seasonal on Saturday, but that's when we're going to start seeing the snow come, and that could be 5 to 10 centimeters for the weekend. That snow's going to hang on for Monday, but we still see this roller coaster ride of temperatures, but consistently cold during the overnight period. So
Well, it is January.
It
but,
is,
You
yeah.
know. So.
excuse me again.
Oh, we got another new viewer, Barbie Doll. Barbie Doll. She says, good morning. Thank you for watching. Thank you for commenting. Okay. Well, I guess I don't get to talk about Pepe Le Pew, which is probably appropriate because, as my understanding, cancel culture has completely eliminated him. It's too bad.
It's too bad.
Very funny guy. Maybe I can't do it tomorrow. It's day specific. Okay. Anyway, sending you about your business. Have a great day. See you tomorrow.
We all know that 705 Sports loves to take questions from the community, and we're looking to go one step further. Send in your video question, and it will be used on the show. Dan and I will break down your question and answer it the best to our ability so you can really feel you're a part of the 705 Sports community. 705 Sports airs every Friday at noon on TV and Sioux Online's Facebook page, plus our video on demand service at SiouxOnline.com.